Hold on a second. Hold on. Gotta check one thing first. All right. Sorry about that. I was trying to let a fly out of the house. I don't know how they get in here anyway. I don't keep anything open. Everything is locked down. So anyway, I'm here. Yes, I'm here for you people. It is your exalted leader, His Highness, the Warrior. Get it, Highness. Warrior Junior is here for you people. You know, I'm gonna get right into it here. I don't like. I know a lot of people are watching me now. Okay, I'm getting a lot of you fucking idiots. You're all watching me and you're all writing your comments, okay? I don't read any of your comment. I don't care about you people, okay? I never did and I never will. So you can try to educate me, you can try to school me and everything like that, but think about this. I don't know if you ever been to like a WWE match, like you ever been to one of those big time wrestling or any boxing? They have the barricades, the setup. You can't get in the ring. You don't belong. So you see, I'm the one in the ring. I'm the one like telling it how it is, and you are the paid audience. So you stay where you are. Your comments. You want an autograph picture or something. You want something, then you're gonna have to like send the money. Look. When I start seeing the money, the PayPal, whatever you send, then you're gonna get an autograph photo, like or something. But you gotta send me. First, you got to prove yourself to me. Laughter. What was that? Ramses. And the Ten Commandments. Laughter. Laughter, I hear. Laughing? You're laughing on me? How dare you? Somebody, I'm the one educating you here, and you're laughing at me. This is from people that have no education. This is from the laughing. Wasn't there a thing recently on the news when they were addressing the unidentified aerial phenomenon, and Biden was laughing? Do you know why he's laughing? Because they're trying to make a joke out of everything, and that's what all you people are. You're making a joke out of everything. I'm serious. I'm the one teaching. I'm teaching you in class. This is my classroom, and you are all my students. So you better try to learn something while I'm here. I'm trying to give back to you, you imbeciles out there. Sorry, I just had some French vanilla ice cream. It was a little too much sugar in that shit. Like Haagen Dazs. I don't think has as much in there, but it tastes better. I noticed the more expensive ice creams taste better. Like I experiment with all these different things. And it doesn't. I don't know why. So that's the topic of this discussion is, yeah, don't be commenting on me. Like I don't need you're trying to educate me. I already explained to you what like I got into. Did I Oh, okay. So let me talk about COVID for a second. Let me get it out because this is now they're not going to let people into places unless they prove they're vaccinated. I see. One step closer to the concentration camps now. So now that you can't go to any place without proving you've been vaccinated. You can't get in. This is how they turn up the pressure, on you. Um, because you need to be, part of the herd, part of this nonsense. So, I don't believe there's microchips in the serum in the vaccine, but there is something. I told you this. It's a fertility drug. It's an anti-fertility. What it's going to do, it's going to prevent you from procreating. It's gonna lead to complications because that way they can bring down the population, which was the number one goal all along. If it doesn't kill you, as you say, if it doesn't kill you, it makes you stronger, right? No, if it doesn't kill you, it actually makes you weaker. I know I'm laughing about it, but like it's just a sad reality, Like the look, it had to be done, like I guarantee you the powerful people, who's that guy, the Bill Gates, whatever, these people said, look, we got to do something. The world population is going through the roof here. We gotta curtail this, or else the planet's not going to be able to sustain. that many people. I mean, you gotta understand. There's only so much. There's only so many finite resources. There's only so much food. There's only so much space. You know, there's plenty of space out there, but you gotta understand. Three-quarters of it is ruled by water. Okay, are you gonna? What are you gonna live on? The water? Literally live on the water. It's gonna be water world. Who's that guy? Who's that fucking guy? Dennis Harper. Dennis Charlie Harper, no, that's Two and a Half Men. But I'll get into that in a second. But no, that's Dennis Hopper, the Easy Rider. You're gonna be easy riding on the fucking living on the water, the water world, because there's gonna be no space for the people. Yeah, like except if you're what's that? Yeah, Charlie Harper, Two and a Half Men. The running joke of that show, and people don't realize it. It was called Two and a Half Men, like the kid is the half a man. But no, see, the whole running joke is that the Alan, the brother, is the half a man. He's like the pussy. So it's like Charlie and his uncle, his nephew, and then that the Alan is the dupe. He's the wimp. He's the half a man. That it's a running joke. You got to understand the thinking process. Of how entertainment did who didn't Biden talk like that? That's all, folks. That's what's gonna happen. Biden's gonna go. That's all, folks. It's gonna be over. It's look, it's not going to be good, man. You see, the powers that be, they do this, for whatever reason. They want to have like, this vice president, the black woman, I forgot what her name is already, Kamala Harris. Yeah, they want her to be president. So they figure have an old man as president, so he's gonna eventually croak and then be the first black woman, in the president. I don't have a problem with that, but you see, it's just by design. Everything is by design, by my design. Who said that? The Palpatine. Palpatine said, everything that has transpired has gone according to my design. Your friends out there on the Century Moon have fallen into a trap. Oh, as will your friends. Oh, I'm afraid Reflector Shield will be quite operational when your friends arrive. And he was right. He was right. The deflector shield was quite operational when the fleet arrived. They had no chance. The only thing but what Palpatine didn't understand was that the cunning, the cunningness of some of the rebellion, Solo and Chewie stayed on the ground. They weren't in the Millennium Falcon. It was Lando and Yin Nub that was in the Falcon. But Solo managed to blow up the shield generator. That was extremely important because without that, then they couldn't commence on the Death Star's central reactor, which was kind of stupid because you figure like the first Death Star that blew up, they put the aft. Remember, it was down the trench, and it was a small exhaust port. That shot in the torpedo. Luke shot in the torpedoes and blew it up, which was quite a challenge because it was just a small exhaust port. It was a central core. That's all they had to do was fly into the Death Star superstructure, and blow up the thing from the inside, the center core. It was kind of easy in a way if they could get in, and that's what they did. Once the shield was down, Admiral Akbar goes, commence on the Death Stars immediately. The second that shield was down, commence on the Death Star's main reactor. They were all excited. Sound like a western, a little bit of go into the Death Stars thing, and the second that, then the reality was, then you see Palpatine, the greatest scene in the whole movie, because you see this old man, you don't really know what his power is. The only thing you see is like he takes off Luke's handcuffs. He goes, "Oh shit, this guy's got some power here." But you don't know the full power of the Emperor until it's unleashed, and it's only unleashed when it was absolutely necessary. When Luke basically told him, he said, "You failed, Your Highness." You know, remember, the dumbest thing he did was take the lightsaber and throw it away. You never relinquish your weapon. It's not over. You don't understand. The guy's still alive. So it was the dumbest thing he did. You know, like he forgot Yoda's important advice. You remember what Yoda told him? Yoda on his deathbed. I don't know what Yoda slept on. It wasn't a bed, but wherever he was, he goes. The last thing he said before he died, the last paragraph, he goes, "Luke, Luke, when gone am I the last of the Jedi will you be?" Before that, he goes, "Luke, do not," and he remember he stuttered, but he got it out. He goes, "Do not underestimate the power of the Emperor, or suffer your father's fate. You will." That's very important. That was a very important line because he told him, he said, "Dude, this guy is no joke. He's not some old decrepit nothing. He comes off like that with the stick. He comes off the shuttle Tidarian like he's walking with the stick, like he's a finish, like Yoda. Remember, he's walking with the cane like he's an old man. But remember what he did? He could lift the fucking Luke's TIE fighter out of the swamp, and he goes, "I don't believe it." He goes, "That's why that is why you fail." So it's a very important point. But the whole thing, so then it cuts to the scene. I know I'm doing Biden a lot today, but I've been up a long time, so but it's good. So let me finish. So he cuts they're going into the thing to blow up Death Star, and then immediately, before when Luke goes, "You failed, he takes his lightsaber after he beat Vader. He takes it, throws it away. He goes, "You failed, Your Highness. I'm a Jedi like my father before me." Great line, but you're supposed to hold on to your weapon. You're gonna need that. You're gonna need that because this guy, he's not going. What do you think? The Emperor's just gonna walk in back into the fucking hang out with the Wayfinder? There was no, there's nothing there was no entrance way into that anyway. In the rise of, it should have been called the Rise of Palpatine, by the way. Anyway, it was called the Rise of Skywalker. It should have been called Rise of Palpatine because Rey's Palpatine. It should have been Rise of, because it wasn't Emperor Palpatine, it's Rey Palpatine. So Rise of Palpatine is what it essentially was, but they changed it to Rise of Skywalker. So anyway, she's don't mind me. I just had some ice cream, so it's like sugar talking. It's okay though. I didn't watch porn either, so like I'm just going. All right. So anyway, what happened was he threw away his weapon. That was the dumbest thing he could have done. Luke threw it away, and he goes, "You failed. I'm a Jedi like my father before me." And he goes, then the thing that he goes, "So be it." The Emperor's calm, like he's like this. Remember, he sounds. He goes, "So be it, Jedi." He goes, "If you will not be turned, you will be destroyed." Boom! Remember? It's the best thing of the whole thing. The lightning. Whoa! It was a lightning power of the force. Like, holy shit. Remember? Like, and you see Darth Vader get up and he can be, the scuba diving mask, can't breathe really well. Luke's like on like toast. He's like getting toasted. He goes, "Young fool." He took a break. Emperor took a break. He's it's probably a lot of warming up on him. He goes, "Young fool, now and at the end, do you understand?" "Your powers are weak and no match against the power in me. You're gonna pay the price for your lack of vision." "You're nothing. Now, young Skywalker, you will die." He smiled. He's happy. Darth Vader's like, "Oh, okay, fine, "Father, please." And then no, that was the dumbest thing ever. They put that, I put that in the special edition. How many? The original, he didn't say that. No, I forget. There was another. There's a couple times. There's a very famous line in the Star Wars. No, it's like a howling husky. Oh, it's a howling husky. No, it's so stupid because it's like you know, it was just absolutely completely unnecessary. I'm laughing. I'm laughing at the superior intellect. You can get that one. You really got some good points if you can know what the movie that comes from. Anyway, but it's so stupid because the whole thing was that that's the title of this episode. I know I'm laughing so much, but that's what happens. It's called sleep deprivation. When you've been up all day, whatever. But we see the power that the lightsaber had. It was able to deflect. I think it was in Revenge of the Shit or Attack of the Drones, whatever the clones. That it could deflect when Count Dooku, tried to use it, and Obi-Wan put out his lightsaber. It didn't have no effect. Same thing with Mace Windy. Now a lot of people don't realize that's the actual name. Mace Windy was the actual name that was written by George Lucas in The Journey of the Wills in the original treatment. It was not Mace Windu. It was actually Mace Windy. You can look it up. True story. But they changed it to Mace Windu because it sounded more like windy, like it was kind of campy. So they say, oh, they call it Windu. Okay, so it was actually Mace Windy, believe it or not. Anyway, but the whole thing is, do you remember the scene when he goes, "You are under arrest, Chancellor"? Samuel Jackson was really good. And he goes, "No, no, no, you are." He got mad. It was good. And then he tried, but the thing is, he could hold it. He held it against him, the lightsaber thing, and he began. I'm too weak. You must choose. You choose. He's the traitor. He's the traitor, Anakin. You must. You're too weak. And he said, "Must you? No, he's got to stand trial. He goes, he's too dangerous. It doesn't matter. He can't. I need him. No." Unlimited power, which is so true if you think about it. That's what people like. That's what powerful people want. Unlimited power. That's you think about that's what people want. Can you imagine? It's like giving somebody unlimited money. Unlimited money. Can you imagine if somebody gave you unlimited money? What would you have? Unlimited power. So it's the same thing. It's kind of like that's what happened with the Federal Reserve System. When it was created by that dumb the power of those people that pulled this shenanigan, this con, this Ponzi scheme on our country is what happened. They created unlimited power for them, because you don't understand. It was that guy Ben Bernanke, whatever. He goes, there'll be no problems as long as the printing press can keep running. But it doesn't take the printing press. That's all they have to do is punch it in the computer. It's punching zeros in that, and all of a sudden the money is created. It doesn't need to go to the mint. It never needs to. It just be punched up, and then they write these IOUs to the central banks. And so then the money is given to them. The central banks, all these IOUs are sent to the Federal Reserve. That prison looking complex. So there's nothing in there. Probably just tons of IOUs in there, like written, typed up or whatever. Like that's where they keep all that. It's a con. Look, it's meant for those people. Like I told you, the Federal Reserve System is about as federal as Federal Express. It's not. It's a privately owned, and that's why those people have all the money and the power, because they basically can leverage and say, okay, well, they want a law to change. They go and they say, okay, well, they go to find out, okay, what does it cost? What do we have to do to get this law to pass? And it's basically just turns out to money. So basically, they're just using the money that they got to make things happen. So that 1%, it's not the 1%, it's the 0.00001 of the 1/10 of 1%. Those people that decide, exactly like, okay, well, the we need to do this. Okay, just we'll make it so. That's it's basically make it so. Like I talked about this already. Is it wrong? Yeah, because it's using the power of manipulation, um, to get your way. It's coercion. It's kind of like what Palpatine did. He's using it through intimidation and power and force. It's not like you don't get a vote for it. It's kind of like these people, they decide and then it just happens. Sorry, like that's like in what I just said, as dumb as it sounds. I told you if you want me to back up the claim, look up the vote. Well, look up who the thing would happen to Jekyll Island, and what I just said is absolutely accurate. That's basically what happened when the most powerful people in the U.S., which were the most powerful people pretty much in the world at the time. I mean, the argument could be made the Rothschilds or whatever, the family, whatever. But they, again, that was Europe. But the most powerful people in the U.S., they all convened on that island, and they said, we got to do something so we control everything, the way everything works in this country. And so they took all their power and they made them create the central banks, the federal, the Federal Reserve System. So you look at any bill, it says Federal Reserve System, but it's private. So that means that your money is basically being made privately, controlled privately, spent privately, and as we know, I talked about money is everything. So therefore, it's used to create whatever problems, laws, whatever it is. That's what it is. And if you don't think COVID, if you don't think any of this shit is all creation of all of that, then your head is in the sand. You can laugh all you want. You can write me comments. And it doesn't matter. I don't have to read any of your shit because you don't fucking know nothing. I don't need you to prove. You don't have to try to prove yourself to me because you are not anything to be proven. What you should be doing is just like subscribing and sending me like donations as a thanks for what I'm doing for you people. Like I'm helping you. Um, I'm helping me, but I'm helping you by giving you what's called real world education. They don't teach this stuff in school. Like most what they teach you in school is general common knowledge, which it's kind of, I guess it has its place, but it's irrelevant information as far as the real world. Now, I have many episodes. I started this channel because, initially it was about talking about meeting women, the difficulties and stuff. But I decided to relate real history. I tackle everything on here, everything and anything that I consider interesting. Politics to me is not interesting. It's a bunch of buffoons that are all squabbling with each other to try to hold the power position. They're all saying I'm right. No, yeah, I'm right. Well, how come I'm not right? They're all arguing with each other about this, and I'm just like keeping. I'm behind the curtain. I don't know these people. They need to like control. They're like control freaks, and they make money. And you basically, it doesn't do anything to help you. It gives them a spotlight. And every 4 years we get one the big whatever dope is doing it. He doesn't do nothing. It doesn't matter anyway. That person just wants the ultimate power, but it's really nothing because you don't understand that person that you think is running the show is like being told exactly what to do. They're not doing anything. They're doing absolutely nothing, is what they're doing, and that's what they're supposed to do, because they're not even behind the. They might that I guarantee that person who's like that we elect the main ruler, as we can call it. They have a good idea what's behind the first curtain, because that first curtain tells them, hey, you're gonna do this. I told you about Agenda 21. I mean, it's just dictated. through that talking puppet, and that's what it is. It's a puppet. Um, but I guarantee you, the puppet doesn't even know what's behind curtain number 3 or 4 deep. They might have a guess, but it's not their job to bring that to light because that's not what their job is. Their job is to carry out the rule of what's behind curtain number 1, pretty much. And what's behind curtain number 1, as I've told you in the past, I will tell you about the COVID that this is not going anywhere. I told you that already. These people thought, oh, it's going to be eradicated, it's gone, doesn't exist anymore. No, this thing ain't going anywhere. It's Delta variant. After that, it's going to be another variant. It's not going anywhere. Created by design. It was created by design, and what you don't understand. It's not about when I say created by design and all. You're thinking in a lab. No, no, you buffoons, you dopes, you idiots. You don't understand anything. It's not about that it was created in design, which is irrelevant. The point was it was allowed to get out. That's the real power. And that's not even the real meat and potatoes. The real meat and potatoes is not that it was allowed to get out, that it was intentionally allowed to come here. That's the real money right there. That's what you need to understand. You have to understand it was allowed to come here. Okay? We knew about this thing when it was released. You don't think we have intelligence? These fucking idiots. They are idiots in a way. They should because if they didn't know, they're fucking morons. Okay? We're supposed to have like this high level intelligence people that know everything of everything. So it'd be an embarrassment. Of course they knew about it, but they didn't lock down the country because they need that. They need the fucking shit to spread worldwide. That's the goal of the people behind a couple layers of the curtain. They wanted this shit out. That's how they one guy, he's almost a billionaire. He said the COVID thing is the greatest thing for the wealthy. It's the absolute greatest thing. You have to understand the wealthy. They want to get rid of like things that get in the way, and that virus is in their mind. It's like, look, how many people have made a lot of money from this shit. So you have to understand what you think is suffering is gaining for some people. Open up your mind. Instead of laughing, learn. Or if you're commenting about my thing and you're laughing, guess what you're doing? You're fucking stupid. You're an idiot. You're not educating yourself. You can laugh, but you're laughing at your own stupidity is really what you're doing. You think you're laughing at me, but you look on you. You're laughing at yourself because you're so uneducated and dope that you just don't know what's going on. Sorry to tell you, but you're a sheep. You are, and I feel sorry for you. What can you do? Anyway, I'm gonna watch this thing on the Freemasons. I like to learn about the history of what I feel controls the country, the real powers that be. And you don't even know nothing of nothing. You watch your stupid Kardashians, you watch these stupid shows. You're giving these dumb people, these dumb Persian, you're turning them into an empire. Now you remember what happened in the movie 300 with the Persian Empire. They eventually won. What happened was the only reason they defeated the 300, the Spartans, is because that Hinchbeck betrayer, he sold them out. That fucking guy, he couldn't. He was a Spartan, but he couldn't they wouldn't allow him to be part of the team, so he sold them out. He sold out to Xerxes. It was actually run by King Darius the First. So really doesn't matter. So anyway, that's all I'm gonna say for now. You need to educate yourself. You need to learn about what's going on. Uh, America. Sorry, America's not going to be. It's not what it used to be. It used to be. It used to be, but no, it's gonna happen. It's not gonna be good. And the people are not gonna do nothing because the people are sheep. The closest thing they did was that dumb insurgency, but that was stupid. That's not how you make a stand. So you just make a point that people really don't know how to fucking, you know, do the right thing, and it's I don't care. I'm just educating you people. So anyway, that's all for now. I'm gonna watch my Masons thing. I hope you write something. Look, and if you want to fucking comment and you think you're gonna educate me, you better send money. There's a thing. Send like $5, to my channel thing. Then I'll address your comments. You have to send money first.